Sandwiches, check. Juice box, need more. Dentist at 3:15.
Yes, I'll review the Q3 projections before noon.
Mom, I'll call you back.
She was the woman who remembered everyone's birthday. Who showed up with food when neighbors had surgery. Who held her family together with both hands and never once complained. But on a Tuesday morning in November, she almost deleted a 63-second voicemail from her mother. This is the story of what was inside it. And what it cost her to almost miss it. There is a kind of woman that every family has. You know her. You might even be her. She is the one who keeps the calendar in her head. The one who remembers that her sister's anniversary is on the 14th, that her daughter needs a permission slip signed by Friday, that her mother's doctor appointment needs to be rescheduled because it falls on the same day as the school play. She is the one who sends the birthday cards early, who organizes the holiday dinners, who fields the phone calls from people who are falling apart and somehow always knows what to say. She is the woman who holds everything together. And she does it all without ever once stopping to ask whether anyone is holding her. Sandra Calloway was that woman. She had been that woman for so long that she had almost forgotten she was anything else. And on a gray Tuesday morning in Columbus, Ohio, a 63-second voicemail from her 72-year-old mother was sitting on her phone, unplayed, unheard, and dangerously close to being permanently deleted. What Sandra didn't know in that moment, what she couldn't have known, was that in less than 48 hours, everything would change. And that the decision she made about that voicemail, whether to listen or to delete, would be the most important decision she had made in years. Before we go further into Sandra's story, we want to hear from you. Let us know in the comments where you're watching from. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. To understand why that voicemail almost never got heard, you have to understand the life Sandra Calloway was living. Sandra was 49 years old and lived in a 3-bedroom house on the east side of Columbus, Ohio, with her husband, Greg, who worked in commercial real estate, and her 17-year-old daughter, Lily, who was in the middle of applying to colleges and had the kind of daily emotional weather that only a teenager in application season can produce. Sandra worked full-time as a regional operations manager for a mid-size healthcare staffing company, which sounds like an important title because it was one. She managed a team of 14 people, oversaw 3 regional offices, handled scheduling crises, compliance reviews, and the kind of interpersonal conflicts that arise when you have 14 people who all believe they are working harder than everyone else. She was good at her job. She was exceptionally good at it. But good at her job meant that her phone never stopped. It meant that her mornings started before 6 and her evenings ended well after 9. It meant that the boundaries between her work life and her personal life had, over the years, slowly dissolved until there was no real boundary left. Just one long continuous day broken up by sleep, school pickups, and grocery runs. And layered on top of all of that was the invisible work. The work that no one schedules and no one acknowledges. The emotional labor of keeping a family functioning. The mental load of tracking 100 small things at once. Sandra would later describe that season of her life to a friend as feeling like she was carrying a backpack that kept getting heavier, and no one around her seemed to notice it was there.